Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Charlie from Raging Entertainment. Today I am doing a 4K review of the movie A Clockwork Orange, directed by Stanley Kubrick, and it's funny because the screenplay was done by him as well. Now, this was actually based on a novel by Anthony Burgess that came out in 1962, and almost 10 years later, we get the film adaptation that stars Malcolm McDowell, and it's funny because he's the only real actor that I actually know from this movie. And I gotta say that this movie in itself, because it's been a long time, like I kind of remembered some of it, but I didn't remember all of it because it'd been so long since I've seen it. But it's very pervasive. Very adult. Very, like in your face, like what the hell am I watching kind of movie. And don't get me wrong, good movie, good story, all that kind of stuff, but visually it could make you feel uncomfortable, and that's the honest truth. I mean, it's not like, it's a movie that's for the family or anything like that. Like, it's not appropriate to, like, say, let your 5-year-old or even 10-year-old watch it kind of deal. Even though I saw it at a very young age, because it was one of those types of movies that would be on, like, say, HBO, Cinemax, Showtime. And this is, of course, the 90s, where a lot of parents just let their kids watch movies, and whatever came on just came on, so they would just watch it. But, Malcolm McDowell, he's been in a lot of stuff in general. I know that he did the music video for Slipknot, one of their songs called Snuff. I think he was like a hotel management or something like that. But he's in that, and he's also, I think, the Dr. Loomis in the Rob Zombie films of Halloween. So, like, and he's also been in a movie called Tank Girl, which was like a comic book adaptation, as well, that got a live action start, and he was in that as the villain. But it's funny because he can play a villain really well. He can play a crazy person. I'm trying not to be too adult with my vocabulary, because I want to try to keep my reviews as clean as possible without having like the F-bomb or saying like a whole bunch of curse words, because I'm not like that type of person. But the movie in itself came out in 1971, so if you were to try to make this movie today, I mean, you probably could make it. It just probably wouldn't have that big of an audience, like it probably did throughout the years when this came out. Because you got to remember, in 1971, that a lot of movies back then I'm not gonna lie, got away with a lot of stuff, and this happened to be one of them. And the studio that distributed this was Warner Brothers, so they're the ones who went ahead and gave it the 4K master and all that. And I gotta say, you guys did a really good job on the 4K transfer. The audio mix was done very well, to where I didn't have to, like, say, play with the settings too much on my TV to have to turn it up so much or turn it down or whatever it may be. It was actually very easy to listen to the movie without needing to go, what? I couldn't even hear that, and then turn it up. This is very much a lot of dialogue, so if you're into those types of movies where it shows a lot of dialogue, but it also has visuals where, like, it can actually imprint on your brain, kind of, this is one of them. And this is the 50th anniversary edition, so, yeah, this movie's old, and I'm glad I got a 4K transfer. And then, of course, rewatching it last night from start to finish, I got to admit, there was a lot of stuff that I completely forgot about, and yeah, but it's very pervasive. And what I mean pervasive, when you see the movie, I'm sure you'll know what I mean. Because I don't want to give anything too much away other than, yeah, it's a good movie, but it's also a really strange movie. And coming from a person who doesn't really read a lot of books, not saying that I don't know how to read or anything like that, I know how to read, it's just my eyes have a hard time focusing whenever I try to read, so my eyes do this, and it's called nystagmus. So it's hard for me to, like, literally lock on to, like, say, a sentence or paragraph and try to keep moving along, but I keep repeating the sentence because my eyes do this. So it's hard for me to read books, so I do audiobooks. So I might have to get the audiobook for this and, see the difference in, this adaptation compared to the book, of course. And of course, the book always has more detail than what this shows. And I am glad that it got a 4K. Don't get me wrong. I am glad. Am I glad that I have it in my collection? Yes, I am. Because it is a cult classic. even for the type of style of movie that it is. Now, with the 4K transfer, I have to admit that it actually looks better than I thought it was going to be, honestly. And with the dark areas, you can actually see stuff, and I didn't have to mess with my settings too much on the filtration. I went to Vivid, where it just evened out everything, because if you go to Standard and all those other, filters on your TV, whatever it may be, the colors seem too bright and uneven. So when I go to Vivid on my TV, it evens out perfectly, and the transfer of the 4K itself, like with the HDR and all that kind of stuff, it definitely balances out very well with the setting that I put it on. And again, with the audio, didn't have to turn it up or really turn it down so much. It was actually perfect to where it didn't seem like special effects were louder than, say, the dialogue, or dialogue louder than special effects, or whatever it may be. Like, it didn't have any of those kind of problems. So Warner Brothers, good job on this transfer, in my opinion alone. I'm sure there are going to be others out there that disagree, maybe. I don't know. But for me, you get a thumbs up, definitely. Now, to kind of rate this movie in itself for the type of movie it is, would I give it a 10 out of 10? Like some people would say, that are hardcore fans. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10, but was it brilliant performances? Yes. Brilliant acting, all that kind of stuff, very convincing. And, but again, it's not like, say, a favorite movie, but it is a movie that I wanted in my collection, so I ended up getting it. And I'm glad I watched it last night, so then that way I can give you guys this review on what I think, if it's a worth it or not kind of movie to have in your collection, 4K status, so to speak. And with the Blu-ray, now see, I watched the entire movie on the 4K format, but when it came to the Blu-ray, I just skimmed. So you can definitely see a bit of a difference. And, the, color filtration, basically. Like, whatever they're doing on their mastering, the Blu-ray is not too far off, in my opinion. So to me, it turned out very, very, very well. But yeah, I guess that'll just go ahead and conclude this video and stuff like that. So if you guys could, please leave a like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, share this video around with your family and friends to people who don't know my channel yet and possibly would like to subscribe. Other than that, I'll leave links to my social media as well as my PayPal and my Amazon wishlist if anybody wants to help support in some way. And remember, just by supporting this channel, views and likes also help. So if you guys want to, smash the like button for me, because that does help support. Even if you can't do an Amazon wish list surprise for me, or even donate to my PayPal, give a thumbs up. It does help, don't get me wrong. Now, am I, say, well established to be making money off your likes or anything like that? No, but it does let me know that you guys are enjoying my content. So I would like to know if you guys are enjoying my content by smashing the like button and sharing it around, getting more people to enjoy my videos. But other than that, you guys stay safe, stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.